What is up, Buttercup? Welcome to your Scorpio General Timeless Reading. This is for all Scorpio placements. So take what resonates, leave the rest, don't force it to fit, okay? And if you want a personal booking, you can book it down below through my website in the description box. But if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and shamanic healer, and I obviously do tarot. So you can find all information about classes and personal bookings down below through my site. But let's begin. Oh, I do have my Reiki certification classes online virtually May 20th, so 2 Saturdays from now. Lovers, Gemini energy, Scorpio. Scorpio feel really seductive. I heard space is needed. Space is needed. Space is needed. Tower in reverse. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Seductive can come across in 2 different ways for me. I find it to be a very interesting energy. I find seduction to be either really pissed off or really sexual. Or manipulative, actually. Yeah, the Fool. Look at all these major arcana. I don't know what's going on with water signs, but y'all are really getting some majors today. What a beautiful energy. I think you're in the midst of a big change. Yeah, you're done with somebody. You're like, no, I'm done with you. I don't want to do this anymore. This is crazy. Like, I kind of want to say it's nonsense. You're like, you either work with me or kick rocks. Yeah, Hangman. You're not going to contribute to it anymore. You're like, no, I'm done. I'm just going to sit. I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to do my dang thing. Oh, I love this. You have so many majors coming out. I'm not going to take these. I don't want a big stack. What else do we have for Scorpio, please, Spirit? What other messages of love, healing, and guidance do you have for Scorpio? So we have the Emperor and the 8 of Swords. Very nice. Bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're turning your back to whatever this is. I feel like they feel very confused as to why this is happening. This feels a little bit like resentment. I'm not going to lie. It's a very strong connection, but I feel like something is... This tower feels old. It feels old, but it feels like it's still affecting you. And the Fool, so we have Gemini, Aries, Mars, Scorpio. Then we have Aquarius with the Fool, Pisces with the Hangman, and Aries, Taurus with the Emperor. Okay? Yeah, just wanted to give you those. But this is a very... Okay, so, yeah. So, you're wanting a new beginning. You kind of do want it with them, but at the same time, you're not going to be putting in an effort unless they show up. And it's kind of like, well, I'm just going to do my own thing. And I feel like you're just like, either step up or step out. And it's creating a really confusing dynamic between the two of you, because I don't think that anything's actually being articulated that is that clear cut. Like, why is it that this resentment has built? Where is this coming from? Because this person is, you know how sometimes people are just a little oblivious, and they just feel a little oblivious as to why this is happening all of a sudden. So maybe like sitting down and like really communicating, hey, I was really triggered by this a while ago, blah 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 blah. I think that maybe if we worked on communicating in this way a little differently, that would really help me. Is that something you're capable of doing? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let's see what else we got for you, Scorpio. Some of you are like, fuck that. I'm tired of talking to them. It just feels like frustrated. I'm over it. That's funny. Let's look at the, yeah, King of Wands. There's so much sexual attraction here. King of Wands is Aries. Aries, yeah. Very Aries. I'm not taking all of these. 7 of Pentacles. It's kind of this energy of like, I did what I could do and I'm not going to put any more into it. The 7 of Pentacles are the seeds that you plant, right? So this is a very creative, ambitious, seductive energy. King of Wands is very creative. They're known as the artists. They're known to be very attractive, whether it's king or queen. But with the 7 of Pentacles, it's kind of like, I planted my seeds. If this is going to grow, it's going to grow. I'm done here. They have very strong boundaries and limits. But could come across a little arrogant or stubborn. Yeah, this is an old tower, 10 of Wands. It's been done. This is something that's festering. It's something that is festering. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The change hasn't occurred yet from this tower. I think the purpose is for you to learn to communicate what it is that's upset you in a different way than maybe you already have. Yeah, between the 10 and the 3 is the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. There's a lot of defensiveness going on, or like pushing away of this other person. And it's almost in the hopes of releasing whatever anger or upset is in you, but it's not. It's not. Let's look at the Fool. Yeah, so on the Fool, we have the World, and then you have the Tower in reverse. So finally, you're going to end this cycle with them. I'm not going to say the contract because you have the Hierophant followed by the 10 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. You're in a very strong contract together, but it's just kind of a one that's rooted in a faulty foundation, and it's about working together, okay? Not waiting for one to do things. Yeah. Ooh, this is interesting. I really feel that you're just really not ready to accept whatever they offer. There's just a lot of anger here. Eventually this contract will be renewed, but this is a very exhausting energy. When energy gets really heavy like this for me, it means that you're holding too much in your own vessel. And so you really need to ground this out. And like I said earlier, like, what is upsetting you? Why is it upsetting you? Did it originate here? Did it originate elsewhere? Like, what's the common thread? When was another time you felt this way? That's what you need to talk about with yourself. It's going to give you a lot of insight. With the Chariot in reverse and Justice in reverse, Cancer, Libra energy, but the Divine's trying to move you in a direction of a new contract, because this one is imbalanced, but it's not one or the other's fault. You both have participated in the imbalance of this karma, right? Hangman, you have Judgment, Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Sun in reverse and the 10 of Cups. The reason why it's weighing so much on you is because there's a shit ton of love here. There's a lot of love here, and even though you're shutting this person out, you really do want it. It is a 10 of Cups energy. You have the Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups. The only downside is that the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. So you're going through the lesson of stability. You already have the unconditional love for one another, but in order to have a sustainable love, sustainable is a pentacle. It's the material world. It's foundation. So your health, your emotional health, mental, spiritual, all of it. It's about relationships, legacies, and commitments. So you're being called to learn how to communicate in a very feminine, clear-cut, not aggressive, but a very direct but receptive way, right? About the ways in which you might have felt oppressed or stuck or belittled, okay? Because there is a lot of love here and it can be repaired. But when we have anything in excess, it's poison to the body. And right now there's an excess of resentment. There's an excess of anger, right? There's an excess. So we need to add a little bit more love. And love doesn't have to come externally. It can come from the self. So talk to yourself. Be your own best friend, right? Be your own support system, and don't grow resentful because you're in a position where you're having the opportunity to do that for yourself, right? Instead of having it from somebody else. That's a gift. Not a job. Emperor in reverse, you have Temperance. Yeah, this is the resentment. This just feels pissed off. It does feel very pissed off. And with Temperance, it's about bringing yourself. There's an excess of masculine energy. Masculine energy is very, I'm going to have to do it myself. It has to be done this way. If you're not going to do it, then I will. It's known as the provider. It's known as the stable force. It's known as the one that always gets things done. It's reliable. And so maybe you're getting tired of being the one that has to hold the pieces together. Ask yourself, did somebody give you that job, or is it one that you took on by yourself? Because you're learning the dance. You're learning the dance of relationships, that sometimes we lead, sometimes we follow. And if you're used to leading, it's going to be a challenge to humble yourself to follow and be a student, and vice versa. If you're used to following and being a student, maybe it's going to be a challenge to step up and have the confidence to lead. Okay, so, and that's what Temperance is. Temperance is that balance. It's that reciprocity. So just be kind to yourself. Be kind to the other. Let's look at the 8 of Swords. They want another on the Emperor. Okay, one more on the Emperor. Please, Spirit, for Scorpio. Yeah, you have the 5 of Wands in reverse, which is the release of the power struggles. Then you have Death in reverse, which is your energy. What we're ending here is the very combative communication, or the very sharp cutting communication. This feels like kind of like low blows or jabs. That's what you're getting rid of. You're learning to tame it. You're learning ways to self-soothe. So when you do go to have these conversations, they're not as cutting or destructive. Let's look at the 8 of Swords. Why is the 8 of Swords here for Scorpio? Please, Spirit. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know how to get out of this energy. Explore new things. You could do somatic healing where you put your hands against a wall and you try to push into it when you're frustrated, right? Act as if you're pushing that wall away. It's going to release any tension or stress stuck in your body. You could try yoga, which is great for mindfulness and relaxing the nervous system. You could try walking outside, really sunlight. Being outside in the fresh air is known to really help decompress any stress that's stuck in the body. It also allows you to feel like you have space, right? You're not confined inside of a home or inside of an office. Like taking a quick 5-10 minute walk can really help regulate your nervous system back into its normal homeostasis. So go ahead, check that out. There's a few little tips or tricks, but obviously check with your licensed health professional because these are for entertainment purposes only. Let's look at the Four of Wands. Nice, the Four of Wands here. They want another on the Eight of Swords, and it's probably because the Queen of Pentacles is here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about you learning just to be more kind and nurturing to yourself. Some of you, this has a lot to do with how being outside actually really will benefit you in your life. If you feel that when you get into your moods, you want to hermit inside your house and not do anything, really just make yourself go outside. It's going to be, do what's good for you, right? Treat your body like the amazing divine vessel that it is. Four of Wands in reverse. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So there is this review. There is this desire to want to build a new foundation in a new way. There is a lack of emotional expression with it, though. It's being approached in a very surface level, practical way, instead of really saying like, hey, I'd love for us to get to this place together. In what ways do you think we could do that and build that with one another, you know? Or are you open to trying X, Y, Z? These are going to be very important conversations you're about to have. This feels like repairing your own emotional self as well as a dynamic you have with somebody else. Yeah, because what you're releasing is the fear and the anxiety of being seen. Yeah, you're allowing yourself to be seen. Yeah, Page of Cups, which is the card of authenticity for me as a reader. Yeah, you're gonna fall into partnerships that allow you and accept you as your authentic self. Let's get any final message for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Phoenix and higher self, how fitting. Surrender to transformation and rebirth. This is 7, which is the number of divinity. You have a lot of divinity around you. Allow yourself to go through this change. Is change sometimes uncomfortable? Yes, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. Then you have higher self, which is in reverse, and it's a 9. 9s are indicative of completion. Your life purpose is calling. Higher self also tells me, like, when we think of our higher self, typically what the connotation majority of the collective has is an idealized self. So if you have a version of yourself you aspire to be, now's a great time to start to embody those qualities and think of yourself in that way instead of thinking of yourself as who you are today or what you identify with as in this moment. Choose to identify with your higher self. See yourself in that light and know that you are that light because it's your consciousness and you are simply just in the phases of progression to that higher self. So the more you embody it, how it feels, how it looks, how it responds, how it speaks, how you see the world, the more that's going to come into the here and now. Okay, my dear? If you want a personal reading, go ahead, book it down below. You do get 15% off your first booking with me, whether it be a tarot reading, Reiki session, or mentoring. I am a spiritual and shamanic life coach, and my background's in biology and psychology, so I implement basically a full body holistic system into my coaching practice. And so if you would like to have help in your spiritual journey, you can check out my site, or you can go ahead and join Patreon. We do a lot of fun readings on Patreon. We have a WhatsApp chat as a group where we could really share our experiences and tools that we're using to progress on our journey. We also have monthly challenges. We have a May monthly challenge going on now to help people reconnect with themselves. So go ahead, check it out. I'd love to have you, and I wish you the best. And like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps other people find my content and my channel, and I'd love this message to be spread to more people in the collective. So if you could help with that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.